Shameless Stock Trading wants to show you how to make money in the stock market. Be a successful investor and make money from anywhere in the world you choose to be. Travel more. Spend more time with friends and family. Or simply just enjoy the freedom to have fun. What are you waiting on? Join us today on your successful options trading journey.
All right, Deshaun Watson is acquitted of all charges. He walks free. A lot of people think the NFL is still going to find a way to punish him. He was able to get his game checks. He was just inactive last year. So he's been acquitted of all criminal charges. He won't face any criminal charges. So his name is good up in the hood. All right. So let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notification we go live or drop a video. Also talk about Joe Buck joining Troy Aikman over at Fox. So it says Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson won't face criminal charges and connections with hold on. I don't know why it's looking like that. On connections with sexual misconduct allegations. It says the grand jury on Friday declined to indict Houston quarterback Deshaun Watson following police investigation sparked by lawsuits filed by 22 women who accused him of harassment and sexual assault. Okay. So, prosecutors from the mail lady, I'm sorry. Prosecutors from the district attorney office in Harris County, Texas, presented evidence and testimony of 12 grand jury for over 6 hours on Friday related to the 9 out of 10 criminal complaints filed against Watson. The grand jury, which does not require a unanimous vote, rejected all 9 cases. Prosecutors did not present the 10th. According to Jonas Stalling, the chief of adult sex crime trafficking division with Harris County District Attorney's Office, the grand jury's decision ended criminal proceedings related to Watson's in Harris County, where Houston is located. Quote, "It's definitely an emotional moment for me. I know as far as from being done with handling what we needed to handle on the legal side, but today definitely is a big day." Watson, speaking to reporters for the first time in over a year, said the news conference outside of his lawyer's office building, quote, "I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for letting the truth be heard, and I thank everyone that was a part of this for seeing and hearing in both sides. That's what my point. That's what my point. My team wanted to do is have a fair slate of us telling our sides of the story and letting the conclusion come to what happened today, and that's what the grand jury decided. I'm just going to keep fighting to rebuild my name, rebuild my appearance in my community, and on the legal side of things, what we need to handle, but also ready to get on the field and prep for that." So the district, whatever the dude, whoever, Stalling declined to say what possible charge were presented to the grand jury consideration. We respect the grand jury's decision, she said. So, I'm going to keep going on. He spoke, and he happy with the decision. I think he acquitted, but his reputation is, he got to rebuild that. Some people some people never think you innocent, no matter video evidence or whatever type of evidence is presented. Some people just never think you innocent. Excuse me. But just build his reputation and hopefully not put himself in any positions like this again, because if this happened again, then people gonna say, well, look, he was guilty the first time anyway, and he let him go, and this, that, and the third. So that's something that you gotta look at too. So you just don't want to be putting anybody through this situation, man, honestly. And too many people, telling lies and not being truthful about what happened. And they should face what Justice Smollett facing, for false, accusations. You know what I'm saying? And they should be they should have to, pay for lying. So that's just my opinion on that part, if they are lying. But if there wasn't enough evidence, it seemed like a witch hunt. Everybody know it was a witch hunt. For the most case, people believe allegedly, because Deshaun Watson wanted to leave, and there was some connections from the ownership, and they got mad because he wanted to leave, and they wanted him to stay. And you see what happened to Aaron Rodgers when he wanted to leave. They were saying, we're not going to let you leave and all that stuff, that and the third. So, that is what it is, man. And good that, he acquitted. He lost a year of his career, which could be beneficial as far as, might be putting years, might give the body some good rest. You know what I'm saying? And also could be, detrimental to the part where um, he can come back and not be the same and suffer a soft tissue injury and injure himself. So depends on, obviously what type of shape that he been keeping himself in, and that's gonna be the $1 million question. Um that should be interesting to see, how he come back. And he's a fast twitch guy. You know what I mean? He loses a lot of twitch muscles too. So um he could be subjecting himself to injury. So wherever he go, if he end up playing in Houston again, which I think is a long shot, wherever he go, hopefully they ease him into the workout. So yeah, you rush too fast back, you suffer those soft tissue injuries, and a lot of times, you may not be the same again. So, but I know he happy to get this off his chest, rebuild his reputation, this, that, and the third. So we happy about that. You know, but talk about where he should go. We can go through. I mean, even some teams that got young quarterbacks like the Jets, they got a lot of picks. I know the Giants might not necessarily have they might not necessarily have the cap space to take on this contract, depending on how it's traded and how it's structured in trade. Who takes on the heavy burden of the money? Got roster bonuses and a lot of different things, in there. But I mean, I think obviously Pittsburgh is the first logical choice. But what about Chicago? You know what I'm saying? Just traded Khalil Mack. They really didn't get nothing back for Khalil Mack neither. So I mean, that might be something. Uh, that might be something that they might look at. Upgrade the position. Yeah. Also, too, uh, they got Fields to offer. So that's something to look at too. If you're looking at the dynamic between the Bears, you look at Atlanta. They say they committed to Matt Ryan. So I don't know how hard they committed to Matt Ryan. Not sure, what they be willing to offer, but they can use a quarterback. Carolina got a top 10 pick. They can use a quarterback. I'm thinking about moving. I think I am going to move there. So it's a beautiful city too. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's a beautiful city. I think that make a lot of sense for Watson. Tampa Bay. They need to fill the shoes in for Brady. Brady said he may or may not come back. He may be softly retired. So who knows? Deshaun Watson come in there and they talk to Deshaun Watson, then we really know where Brady stand at. Unless Brady don't want to be in Tampa no more. So I mean, Tampa, Carolina, Chicago, Detroit. I mean, I know he don't want to go to Detroit. He was just here like a couple weeks ago. I don't know. I forget what he was here from business stuff, but we love to have him in Detroit, man. We got 4 first round picks the next 2 years. Um, so of course we would love to have Deshaun Watson like anybody else. So the AFC and NFC East, I mean, Philadelphia. I mean, obviously, good basketball team. I mean, good football team. Jalen Hurts. They got some picks to play with too, so they got the capital. That'd be a good, nice fit for him. But he said he already don't want to go to Philadelphia. So that is what it is on that standpoint. The Redskins just got Carson Wentz, but I'm pretty sure they'd be interested. But I'm not sure he interested in going there either. So the Giants, I've talked about them already. Cowboys got Dak. Would they be willing to upgrade? Possibly so. And then the NFC West, people they were talking about him going to Seattle, but why would you go to Seattle if they didn't have enough help to help Russell Westbrook? Why would you even think about going there? And they couldn't even help Russell Wilson, uh, do his thing. So you know what I'm saying? So, they just in my mind, they don't make no sense. So that don't make enough sense for me in my mind to go there. So that's the NFC. Going AFC, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Cleveland got a lot of young players. Not sure what they draft capital looking like, but you know, but they got a lot of young players in Cleveland, man. So I'm pretty sure they got some picks. Cleveland is a no-brainer. You can, sign Baker to a short-term deal, send him down there, part of a deal. Him and Davis Mills can battle it out. I think Davis Mills might beat Baker Mayfield anyway. You got a lot of young players. Cleveland make a bunch of sense. They're ready to win right now. You can add another receiver. No matter, you can add another receiver in there and make that happen. So Cleveland, that makes a ton of sense for them. Too much sense for Cleveland not to jump in there and not to make that happen and not let Pittsburgh get in there and make that ride. So Cleveland, Pittsburgh, obviously that makes a lot of sense. Pittsburgh, really good football team. Plug them in. Need a quarterback. Can't just ride with you can't just ride with Mason Rudolph. So I mean, so I think that make a lot of sense. You go to AFC South, why not upgrade for Tennessee Titans? So that makes too much sense. So I think Tennessee should instantly upgrade. Myron Tannehill. Obviously, don't know the capital. I'll give up half my draft this year and a little bit of next year uh, to make that happen if I'm Tennessee. So that's a no-brainer for me. If I'm Tennessee, I'm giving up uh, my draft easily to you know easily. I'm doing that if I'm Tennessee. Indianapolis, they probably need some help. Um, quarterback, I mean, receiver wise, they probably need a lot of help. I mean, Indianapolis quarterback wise need a lot of help. I would give up. They got some capital for Carson Wentz. I give up my whole draft if I'm them too. They're a team that's they're a team uh that should win right away. So um that make too much sense for them. So I think that'd be smart for them. They go down. Other than that, Miami wasn't interested in them according to Brian Flores. They weren't interested in they were not interested in trading Miami Deshaun to Miami. They wanted to stick it out with Tua, so they ain't in a position. The Jets, why not? You got a young gun and you got a young gun and Zach Wilson. You got some picks. Why not make it happen? I don't know if they got the team to support them, but I think they got the coach for Deshaun Watson. So I mean, I think that'll work. So maybe the Jets want to upgrade the Patriots. I got Mike Jones, and then the only person in the AFC West is the Raiders. So the Raiders is the only possible place that should upgrade at quarterback, and they should look into it. But they probably need one big time receiver to go with Winfrey and Edwards, so they can find one big time receiver and a little bit more talent on defense. They might be ready. So really, the probably reality of it is they're gonna try to put him probably in the NFC. So I mean, but he got a no trade clause, so really, but the AFC got a lot of spots for him: Raiders, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. I don't think they trade him in the division to coach, so we'll see what happens. But other than that, let's move on. Uh, for letting Joe Buck go, Fox gets dibs on the Big Ten, gets dibs on Big Ten game in 2022. So there will be no outdated animated rabbit or other cartoon animal to move from Disney to Fox in order to seal the Joe Buck deal. Andrew Marchand of the New York Post reports that Fox has allowed Buck to leave for ESPN in exchange for dibs on early season Big Ten football games in 2022. The two networks currently share a package. Buck joined Fox in '94 when he was only 25 per Merchant. Uh, Fox tried to keep Buck with the offer in the range of 12 million per year. At ESPN, he'll earn an annual salary of 12 to 15 million. Buck had 1 year left on his deal with Fox and had more sense for him to go now. If he were going to leave in a year anyway. Fox could have played hardball, but that would have been in no one's best interest. Once Bucks decided he wanted to make the move to ESPN, there was no reason to force him to serve out the lame duck season. Uh, so they get exchange on Big Ten. They get some Big Ten football. Fox. They already got it, so I guess they split some of the early season. They split some of the games, so they'll get a couple more Big Ten football games. So be it. It is what it is. So will Joe Buck will rejoin. He will rejoin Troy Aikman on Monday Night Football. So Monday Night Football is getting a huge upgrade. So Joe Buck following Aikman, ESPN new Monday Night Football broadcast team. So hopefully the games are upgraded too. So shout out to Joe Buck. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out the NFL playlist and the music entertainment playlist. Appreciate the love and support. If you want to financially support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love support. You hit the link tree link, find me everywhere. Best way to donate. Best way to donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit on notification, Christians, notification we go live or drop a video. Yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Peace.